Good morning, guys. As you can see, the sun definitely made it up before me this morning. But I am still gonna get on the grind. And we are still going to walk this morning. All right, guys, so let's go. So this morning, I figured I'd give you the story of how I fell in love with a narcissist. You know, that word narcissist became very popular, like, in the last year or so. Not that it never existed, but it just became very popular in the last year or so. And everybody's a narcissist. Everybody's a narcissist. But I clinically met, was love bombed, and fell in love with a narcissist. I mean, the man came in like a flood. Love bombed me to death. I mean, just everything. Anything I wanted. And the reason I'm even talking or telling about this is because it was a trauma response to my abuse as a child. And some of the things that I struggled with is pleasing people, or wanting to be loved, or wanting to be needed. And so that's like a candy jar to a narcissist, right? So I met this gentleman, and guys, I met him online. Oh, there's so much to be said for that, and that's another story. But I met him online, and he took me out to dinner. We went to I think it was Olive Garden. We met at Olive Garden, and we had dinner at Olive Garden. And we sat and we talked. And guys, at this time, yes, I was already a Christian, but living pretty much like a carnal Corinthian Christian, and I won't necessarily say trying to live in my, what the Bible says about all things are permissible unto me, but not all things are expedient, and I will not allow myself to be taken captive by anything. Not living in my freedom and knowing that, but just living and saying Christ, but not really living it, just saying it. As the sun is up today, so bright, and it's in my eyes. I'm trying not to put it in your guys' eyes. I hope it translates good on video, but anyway, I was just not living right. And I don't know, I think at that time maybe I was lonely, and I felt like I needed someone. So anyway, still saying I'm a Christian and all of that and whatever, but definitely not living it. So carnal Corinthian. Anyway, we had dinner that evening, and I remember thinking, wow, this guy is great. Guys, he love bombed me from day one. He love bombed me from day one. And there were so many red flags. They were popping off from every angle, from the conversation, everything, body language, everything that told me to run I ignored. I stayed put. I stayed put. I ignored every red flag, even when at the end of the night, not the night, but at the end of the dinner, he said, all right, so I think this is gonna work. So, let's go back to your house and celebrate. Oh my God, guys, that should have been a red flag in itself. That should have been a red flag in itself. But I didn't see it as that. I didn't see it as that. I was just like, and he was hugging on me, and I was like, wow, this guy is pretty touchy-feely, but it didn't make me feel uncomfortable, and it should have. And guys, those are the things that happen when you have no boundaries. Because if this was myself back then, he couldn't have touched me, except for maybe a Christian hug goodnight, but the type of hugs he was giving me was close, very close, very intimate. And I think I needed something in that moment. And so while everything around me, while the spirit inside of me was probably yelling, girl, don't do this. You need, this guy is the enemy. This guy was sent by the enemy. This is not gonna work. This is gonna break your heart. Every red flag, like the sky lit up on the 4th of July. And I was as blind as a bat. Didn't want to hear it. Didn't want to see it. Anyway, of course I didn't allow him to come to my house because of course I had to have some level of decorum. Come on, I'm a lady, So he didn't. But I'll tell you guys this. He is from Jamaica. And if he ever sees this, he'll know that it's him that I'm speaking about, because he's the only Jamaican man that I've ever dated. And boy, did he teach me a lesson. One I will never forget. But anyway, we started talking, and I couldn't see him the next day because he was heading to Jamaica the next day. So I was like, oh, well, do you live in Jamaica? And he's like, no, he really lives up here, but he's from there, and he's building a house down there, and blah 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 blah. Guys, listen, the next week he calls me and he says, hey, have you ever been to Jamaica? I'm like, no, whatever. And he's like, well, why don't you come? Just come, spend a few days or whatever. And I'm still on my Christian vibe, so I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to waste your time, because even if I come, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, the proverbial quote unquote, nothing's gonna happen. And even while I'm saying it out of my mouth, I don't believe myself. But I told him that in my weak way of trying to put up boundaries. But if I really had any boundaries, I would have said, no, it's not appropriate. But I didn't. I went to Jamaica. Jamaica was amazing. The island was beautiful. And I got some more love bombing and sweet words and promises and things like that. And guys, I didn't know how Jamaican men were. Funny enough, when I came to the United States, some of my friends said, you're gonna meet, a lot of men here, but the one type of people you should stay away from is Jamaican men. And I guess I avoided it subconsciously. because I hadn't dated anybody from Jamaica up until then. But somehow, boy, let me tell you, this one got me. So Jamaican men are very verbal. They are full of vibes. You know, they make you laugh. They'll cook for you. They'll wash the clothes. They'll clean the house, make the bed. I mean, they are trained as men, just like the women are, to take care of the house and take care of themselves. And eventually, if they're married and they become good men, take care of their wives and their children, etc. So just imagine that. You find a man that does all of that for you. You've never experienced that before. And while other things don't line up, because, you know, he says he's a Christian, but everybody says they're a Christian, even me at that time, because I was like, yeah, I'm a Christian, but I was still compromising my values, compromising my morals, compromising the word, compromising my spirit. I was doing whatever it took to stay with this narcissist. Anyway, guys, I'm out of breath, so I'll tell you the rest later. Okay, guys, I promised to show you how I make my chia seed pudding, and I usually do it today for the next day, so it stays overnight in the refrigerator. It gets more time to congeal, and then it tastes better. So I usually do 2 tablespoons of chia seed. So we're gonna take out 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Okay. And then I usually do a little bit of nutmeg. Not a lot, but enough for flavor. And then I usually do a little bit of cinnamon powder, all for flavor. And then a drop or 2 of this vanilla. It gives it a really great flavor. And then I'll do half a cup of nut milk. I don't, well, I do dairy, but I prefer nut milks. So this is coconut milk. I'm gonna do half a cup. Let's see, take a little bit more. Okay. Okay. And then I would put in my fruits. Today I'm just gonna use blueberries because I'm out of strawberries, but I would put some blueberries in, some strawberries. Sometimes I do pineapple, papaya. It just depends on what I have. And I put as much as I want. I don't have a specific amount to put in. And then, guys, I have a little bit of collagen and this one, and I'll put a couple scoops in there just to get some more protein. So I'm gonna put maybe 2 tablespoons. Okay. And then I just stir it up and I put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then in the morning, it's wonderful. So I'm just gonna stir it up. Like so. So everything combines. I know a lot of people add honey and sugar and syrups and things like that, but I have eliminated sugar out of my diet, so I don't add anything else to it. But if you have a sweet tooth and you wanted to, you could add maple syrup or honey or any type of you know, non-sugar sweeteners if you would prefer. But the blueberry is sweet enough for me, and the flavor makes it all worth it. So I'll put this in the refrigerator and I'll show you what it looks like tomorrow when it's ready. All right, guys, I am heading out to the beach. Here's the fit. When I get to the beach, I'll show you the rest of it. But I'm gonna go get my bag and everything and put it in the car. Be right back. Okay, guys, we're over here at the beach. Good morning, family.
High rip current.
Oh, there's high rip currents now?
I saw a sign out there.
Oh.
So I'm assuming that.
Maybe it's an old sign, hopefully. It is very rough today. Oh my goodness. Now, if you're a shopper, if shopping is your thing, you're not likely to come out of this place, okay? So, Kohl's is on the corner down there. There's Carter's. There's Shoe Carnival. And there's Ulta BP, okay? 5 and Below is where we're going. That's right there. But right next to 5 and Below, if I can show you, there's Michael's. It's behind this tree right here. And right next to Michael's, there's Home Goods. And right next to Home Goods, there is Marshall's. And right next to Marshall's, there's Petco. And it goes on and on. And there's a dollar store over there and so many more. But, oh, and there's Bed Bath and Body Works. But I'm not a shopper, so I'm just gonna head into 5 and Below, grab what I need, and get out. My girlfriend and I, we went into Marshall's, but the lines were extremely long, so we didn't stay. And then she went to the dollar store, and then, you know, we pretty much just got home. So here's my plethora. Okay, so the other day we were talking about constipation. So here is the best. Hold on, let me move this camera. Here is the best remedy for constipation. Milk of magnesia, and prune juice. So what I do, this is not advised, but what I do is I take 30 milliliters of this and about 2 ounces of this, and I put it in the microwave for about 25 to 30 seconds until it's warm, and then I drink it. And this, in no time, you're gonna be going. All right, take it from me, trust me. So I got these, and then I needed to up my protein, so I got some protein shakes. This is not the best protein shake. The best one is actually Fairlife protein. You get 30 grams of protein, and 30 grams of protein per 14 ounces. And it is so good, no aftertaste. This does have a bit of an aftertaste to me, but I need to up my protein, so I got me some of that. I got some fiber as well. I'm gonna show you my chia pudding, because I didn't eat it yet this morning, but I'm gonna have some today, and I'll show you what that looks like. But I also take 2 of these every day, and not necessarily this brand, guys, but this is like 4 grams of fiber per gummy. We all need about, I think women need about 20 grams of fiber daily, and men need about 25. But I get 8 in here, and the rest of it I get through my meals. All right. And then I brought some prunes also, because gotta keep regular. All right. And this is also for the bowels, but this is just like in the case of an emergency and the other things aren't working and I need something, this will definitely do it. All right. Okay, and then just some fruits. Got some plums, some bananas, got some strawberries, and got a couple pineapples. and love watermelon, but watermelon is not currently in season, and I try to avoid the seedless watermelons. I need the ones with the seed, and there was none, so of course I didn't buy any. And of course I got some ground beef to make spaghetti and meat sauce or something like that, but got some ground beef, and got one of their lemon pepper rotisserie chicken, mostly for my daughter, but if I feel a little peckish and I need some protein, I can just grab a couple pieces of this and it'll work. All right, so that was it, guys. I'm gonna now pack these away, and then I'll come back and I'll show you my chia pudding. All right, be right back. All right, guys, I'm on my patio and I am just in chill mode. I put my groceries away and I went ahead and picked up my chia pudding. So this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can kind of show you guys. This is what it looks like. More puddingy, like a pudding consistency. Very different than what you saw yesterday. And you know, of course it has the blueberries in it. So I think if I'm not mistaken, 1 tablespoon of this has, I think 10 milligrams of fiber. So with 2 tablespoons, it's about 20 milligrams, which is pretty much all you need. So if you never had a vegetable for the day, or if you never had a fruit for the day, or anything else with fiber, you'd be good just having this in the morning. So I am probably not gonna eat all of this, but I'm gonna taste it. It's pretty good, but for those of you who like sugar, you may want to use your maple syrups or any other flavor syrups that you want. It's just that if you're on a diet, or you're on a journey to lose weight, you might want to avoid that, and then maybe just use the fruits that are a little sweeter. So like your pineapples, maybe a little bit of your strawberries. I mean, they're not as sweet, but that with the pineapple might be enough to give it the amount of sweet that you need. But yeah, I think that would do it. So I also wanted to finish talking about what we started this morning. Or maybe I won't in this video, so you'll have to come to the next video to find out what happened with the narcissist that I fell in love with.